See if this thing work, man. Is it on? Is it on? I don't know, man. I hope so. Forgot how this thing worked. Let me try something.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cook's Vision.
What is up, Cooks? It's your boy Zach, man, and yes, I'm back. I know it's been a while. Man. Work's been crazy. A lot of life changes done happened over the last. My last video was Thanksgiving. A lot of things done happened to your boy. One, I'm in the house now. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of other stuff with work and everything. So, but this video, man, let's go ahead and get right into it. So one reason why I haven't been uploading, on top of some other stuff that I'll get back with you guys into another video, is I've been working on my summer spring menu for my job. And if anybody knows where I work at, I'm not gonna say it on camera right now, but so all you have to do, man, is just follow all of my social medias. A lot of stuff that I do does not end up in the video or really online for like a long time, because I just snap the normal stuff that I'm cooking on Snapchat. So if you want to see what I'm doing, you want to see what I'm cooking, what I'm up to, follow your boy on Snapchat. I think my username is ZachThorpe180. We'll see. I'll put it in the video. Definitely put that in the link down there. What else, man? It's pretty much, as far as work goes, it's just been really hectic. I got promoted. I am now chef de partie of where I work at, and so with that comes a lot of different responsibilities, a lot more responsibilities. But the reason for this video is I finally put out my first menu ever, my first published menu. Here it is right here. I'll show you guys a better picture of it. So I'm going to talk about these dishes, and I'm going to talk about exactly my thought process with these dishes and why I chose to do these dishes. Of course, me wanting to change everything that was on this menu to really make it my own. It didn't. I had some pushback, and it started out something really elaborate, really crazy. Trying to really push the envelope. I work at a 4-star spa, and so trying to elevate everything there to come up to that 4-star rating, that lives up to that 4-star spa rating, was something that I was really trying to capture with this menu. So of course it started out really elaborate, man, just a bunch of craziness. But looking, every day has been data input for me. Every day guests have something to say. Every day guests have suggestions. Every day guests order the same 4 or 5 things, and so you start to realize how simple people are. And as much as we want to talk about our differences and want to talk about, this person's this color, that person's that color, when it comes to food, man, to be 100% honest with you, not everybody, because I don't want to speak in absolutes, but majority of people are very simple. They like very simple things, and if they do not know what it is, they will not order it. So with all that up here in the dome, every day, hearing it, seeing it, just data inputting and putting everything together, I was really taken back by the whole thing. And so, this is probably the 3rd or 4th version of this menu that I've had done since mid to late February, and I didn't really start working on it as far as at work doing tastings until mid to late April. And then after that, it was just really a grind to get it done, because I'm basically the only one there except for on my days off, or in this case of this season, my 1 day off a week for, I don't know, man, 2.5 months. It was rough. So you can imagine how tough it was to get videos. And so without that being said, hopefully this video isn't crazy long, even though it's starting not to be. So the first picture you guys should see is my eggplant dip, and I originally wanted to do more of a roasted tomato style hummus, but my chef was like, let's do something else. Eggplant is a very summer ingredient, so let's do something with eggplant. So I came up with eggplant dip that we used to do at the restaurant that I worked at, the same resort that I work at. I just had to make some minor tweaks to it. So that's what you got. Basically, You char eggplants on the grill, and you let them rest, let all the juices and everything come out, and then you take the burnt skin off and scrape everything out, and then I just add some cilantro, some cumin, a little salt, lime juice. You put it in a Vitamix and you just blend it up until it's nice and smooth with a little bit of oil, and it's done. It's just garnished with a little more roasted eggplant, so you know exactly what it is. So it's roasted eggplant, some diced Kalamata olives, and just a native seed mix that we've used before in the restaurant that I kind of brought back that we don't use anymore. You got chia seeds, and you have sesame seeds, black and white. So you get like really nice color, really nice pop, and that toasted coriander is just amazing to me. I love it. So that's that. The second dish that you guys should see is going to be my peach and endive bruschetta. You know, and I knew going into this menu that the blueprint that was already out there, my chef would want to stick to it. But the original idea for this was supposed to be more of a salad, an artisan style salad where you got grilled endive and peach puree, and I had julienne jicama, I had julienne cucumbers, and a bunch of other stuff. It was really going to be really nice, a broken vinaigrette. I thought it was going to be amazing. But my first draft that I had submitted to my chef, he was like, I don't see a bruschetta on there, and I was like, I was kind of not trying to do that, but he was like, so make that peach salad into a bruschetta, and that's what I did. It is going to have whipped brie. What else? Whipped brie, pickled red grapes, fresh green grapes, honey, cracked pepper, and a peach puree. I kind of went pretty cobbler-like with the peach puree, and it's good. It's not too sweet. The endive is on there as well. I'm sorry if I didn't mention that, but the pickled red onions and the tartness from the fresh green grapes, not onions, sorry, pickled red grapes. All that comes together and it's really nice. It's not too sweet, and I really like it. So the next dish you should see is my strawberry and kale salad, and the strawberry and kale salad speaks for itself. It's a very summery dish. So all I did was just create a strawberry and rhubarb puree, and then with the liquid that is left over from boiling out the rhubarb and the strawberries, I did make a vinaigrette out of that. So you got strawberry rhubarb puree with strawberry rhubarb vinaigrette on top of some kale, spring mix, more fresh strawberries so you can get that heavy strawberry taste, and it also comes with pickled onions, shaved pecorino, and pistachio crumbles. Say that 3 times fast because there was a lot of peas in that. The next salad that you should see is was one of my chef's ideas. He just kind of wanted me to go with a fresh tomato salad, tomato basil salad. That's very summery, very fresh. So I did that. He wanted roasted tomatoes, so what I did was I added fresh heirloom tomatoes with the roasted tomatoes. I made a basil taco. That was one of his things that he really wanted on there. It's basically I make a mayonnaise with basil oil instead of regular oil. It's nice and fresh. It's got croutons, so basically it was like a fresh tomato mozzarella salad with a panzanella salad. You kind of push those together, and you come up with the salad that I got. So it's not exactly what people think when they see a tomato basil salad. They think it's more of a caprese salad type of thing, and it's really not. It's a caprese panzanella mesh that I really thought it is pretty good and nice and fresh. So the next dish that you see is my quinoa protein bowl slash thing. So there's a lot of poke places that are popping up, and so I just started going into some and doing some research on bowls, and I think that people really like bowls. They wouldn't let me get rid of one of the salads that's on my menu because it just sells way too much. Again, people are very simple, and that salad has been on the menu for a long time, and they just thought that taking that salad off would give us a lot of issues with guests that are locals and that come very frequently, and that's one of the only things that they get. So I call my quinoa bowl the quinoa killer, the quinoa salad killer. Some of the same ingredients, not necessarily salad though. So it's got chicken, artichoke, eggplant, tomatoes, cucumbers, All that's in a bowl with a little sherry, a little salt, a little pepper. Quinoa is going to be at the very bottom. And then I made a shallot puree. And the shallot puree is just going to have shallots, garlic, and ginger. And you just put it in the Alto Sham for 8 hours. Just cook it down. No extra flavors anywhere. It's just shallot, it's just garlic, and it's just ginger. And when it comes out, you blend it with a little oil and a little lemon juice to kind of brighten it up just a touch. But it's a completely different flavor. Ugly color, but that's why I put dots and kind of cover it up, because the flavor is great. The next thing you should see is just a normal chicken sandwich. When people come into my place, they see sandwich and that's what they want. So I played more on the Southwest flavors on this one. I made a green chili puree, and then I heat the chicken up with that and some pepper jack. And I just did another green chili aioli with jalapeno cheddar bread. So it's really just, it sounds spicy, but it's really not. It's like that smoky flavor of smoky taste of something that is going to be hot, but it's really not. So I just use some pickled celery, and I also use marinated cucumbers, and they're spicy marinated cucumbers. So I kind of did it backwards. Instead of making my own house pickles with cucumber, I just pickled some celery instead of the cucumber, but it's very fresh. The cucumber makes it taste very fresh. The pickled celery gives it something different flavor that you might not be expecting from a sandwich like that, and it's a really good sandwich. It's very going to be very popular sandwich. It's the only sandwich that I have on the menu, so it has to be good, even though people love asking me, is the sandwich good? I don't know, man. Just get the sandwich and you tell me, you know. But whatever. The next picture is the native seed flatbread. This is another thing that I couldn't 100% change, just like the sandwich, but I did change it to where it was, instead of it being kind of sweet, which was the last menu, it was on the sweet side. This one is definitely more on the savory side. So I have goat cheese, chicken, caramelized shallots, and marinated artichokes. And then all that goes into my little Mary Chef. It's the Subway oven. Everything goes into that for like 45 seconds, and I come out and then I finish it with an apricot puree and some arugula. So it's very colorful, but savory at the same time. The apricot puree isn't too sweet, and it's not a lot on there, but it is a element of sweetness and tanginess to cut through some of that earthy and savory flavors. I like savory sour flavor, so that's kind of what that is. The next picture you should see is my stuffed portobello. To be honest with you, this is not the dish that I wanted to put on the menu, but it was definitely suggested very heavily by my executive chef. It was kind of just one of those, like, this is the vision I got for this dish, go. And so I came up with something that was like this. He took off a couple more things, so it kind of looks really plain, but it was something that he wanted, and I captured the flavor that he wanted. And it's just something that is different on the menu that you might not see at other places. But it has summer squash, grilled marinated portobello mushrooms. It's got some more whipped brie or brie fondue, and then it just comes with a side salad on that. And like I said, flavor wise, it's good. It's just not as pretty, and it doesn't look as appetizing and enticing as I would want it to. That's the only issue that I have with this plate, to be honest. Other than that, great flavor. Everything's good on it. So the next picture that you should see is my Cantaloupe Gazpacho, and I like it. I like it a lot. It was one of my ideas that I had. I went to a restaurant for a restaurant week. I went to Cafe Binks, and if you are out here in the Phoenix area and you know what Binkley's is a James Beard award-winning restaurant, and he has, it's very upscale, it's very fine dining for sure, but he also has a smaller restaurant which is called Cafe Binks, which is a little bit more on the not comfort side, but just casual side, I should say. That's a much better word. And so I had their melon soup, and so I was like, yo, I have to steal this. So it's not exactly theirs for sure, but the flavor that I got out of it is really good. I use passion fruit and I originally wanted to use grapefruit, but it was just very bitter and tart, and I couldn't fix it. And then you got so on the other side, I wanted to use just to give it some type of not spice, but necessarily, but I wanted to give it some type of tang, some acidic heat, kind of a little bit to it. So I wanted to have a tanginess to it, so I used Tabasco, just a couple shakes, nothing too serious. But when my chef ate it, he didn't like it. So he was like, you know, just use apple juice instead. So it is a little sweeter with the passion fruit, with the apple juice, and with some nice ripe cantaloupe. But it still tastes very well. It pairs very well with summer. It tastes really good. It's very refreshing when it's 100 and I don't know. Like 104 right now, and you're sitting out by the pool, and you know, it is very refreshing. And I put fresh melon honeydew in there, fresh honeydew melon in there, and I also put in some I finish it with quark, which is just a sour cream and goat cheese blend. You know, with all that being said, you know, that's my menu. It's 11 items total. You should have 9 of those items popping up on the screen. And I just want to say that I appreciate everybody that, you know, asks me, yo, when's the next video coming out? When's the next video coming out? And just forcing me to keep going, because I just feel like there's people that rely on me to put videos out. And so like I said, follow me on Snapchat, follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to get everything rocking and rolling. Got a lot of stuff working in the background that should be coming soon. And I'm just trying to, now that the summer is here and, you know, my work schedule is starting to slow down, I can try to get these videos done once a week now that I'm getting more than, you know, 1 off day out of 10 days. It's very stressful and tiring. But like I said, man, greatly appreciate everything, all the support, all the questions of people asking me where's my next video going to be, what are you doing, all my supporters out there. I really appreciate it. I know this is a long video, but I'm doing it like that on purpose, because showing you guys what I've been working on and why I've had such a hiatus when it comes to YouTube and doing videos and letting people know what I got going on and what I'm doing. You know, it's just became a little difficult, but now I'm trying to get back to it. So let me know what you guys think about the menu. If you are in the Phoenix metro area, and you know, just, you know, let me know. Come by the job, try out the menu. For everybody who is new, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social medias so you know what I'm doing, because there's a lot of stuff that I do that I just don't make videos about that I probably should. Alright, so it's your boy, man. It's your boy Zach. I'm out this thing. Until next time, love.